All right. Good morning. Good Wednesday morning, guys. Wednesday, the 29th, I think. Something like that. Yeah. How are you? What's happening? Not a bad day here. A little overcast, but we'll take it. We will take it. Not raining. So, yeah, we got a bunch done yesterday. Decided to go into brush cutting and tree trimming mode. Good morning, Ben Bryant. Good to see you. We needed a little bit of a lesser day after the heavy demo day, and then we started cutting off the. They put some rubber membrane under the decking and above the roof of that building. You have to cut that off. That was fun, and then we just decided we needed a break, so we called it a day at 2 yesterday. Came home and rested. And good morning, Jess. How are you? Good to see you. Ben Bryant. I'm already out of here. First to come, first to leave. Have a great day. Does it even count then? Just checking the box. Good to see you, buddy. Have a great day. Yeah, happy Wednesday, Tim. Good to see you. So, yeah, the we just took a day, and as we were getting ready to leave, we were waiting for the new dumpster, the second dumpster to arrive. So as we were leaving, the dumpster guy rolled in. So it's all good. So 95 on the sleep score for Wendy. I slept well. So we're well rested and ready to go. Yeah, she's ready to go. As she would say, I'm like a cat with a yawn ball. Good morning, Josh Baker. Are you on your way yet? We need you. I need another good demo guy. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we've been getting a lot of comments from people. We're people are concerned we're overdoing it, so we're taking her easy, slow and easy, slow and steady wins this race. So, and as much as it might look like we're going crazy, we're being careful and we're picking our spots. So, good morning, Tatum Thistle on Instagram. Good to see you. Bubba Hogan is here. Yeah. So, pending confirmation of cost. I think the deck is going to come down. I slept on that, and I'm like, I don't know. I just don't feel that great about it. I think I could put some time into it and kind of salvage a couple 3 years out of it, but I'm not sure it's all that safe. So, um, I think we might go after that today. That'll come down with a thud. So, all I need is a sawzall, a fresh battery, and a half a dozen blades. And look out! You're standing too close, you might get cut. Bubba, thank you. Yeah, we did have a great call on the Edge live at 5 p.m. Eastern yesterday. Good morning, Dustin. How are you? Yeah, Bubba was on. We had Jess Novak, Paul Tarasuk was there, Tim Kasperzak. I'm forgetting somebody. Tim, we had Bubba, we had Jess, we had Paul. Who am I forgetting, Bubba? It's one more. It's me. I don't want to leave him out. Can't picture the face right now. So, anyway, Roy, that's right. How can I forget Roy? Yeah, Joe, that might get a little dangerous. And I'm hoping to save the uprights. The posts are like an 8x8, solid as all get out, with the same size beam out there at the end. So the beam, I think we can build off, which I don't mind doing. So, but the rest of it, yeah, no, I think it's got to go. It's weird. You guys know how to build a deck. It looks like they nailed through the ledger board into the joist and then put the ledger board against the house. So the deck has no, and I don't want to say shear strength, but no strength, no pull strength really from, and it's not the joists aren't toenailed, and they didn't use those crazy little things called joist hangers. So at a minimum, I've got to do some propping and jacking and billy jacking and whacking. And I'm like, I don't know that I'm up for it. So don't give me any ideas. Yeah, no, I think probably the safest bet is to pick small pieces of it and let them come down. But I'm all about the big splash and the big thud. It's good for the gram, but but maybe we'll do a time lapse. So yeah, anyway, so we're navigating our way through it. So we were good to see all the original junk and trash and everything head out the door yesterday. And um the we're going to regroup on the demo today. We got to scrap out everything and load the dumpster and then take a breath, and if there's time, I'll probably deep six the deck, but we'll see. Anyway, so there's a house update, which seems like it's becoming part of the live 365. So we'll just go with it. Appreciate you guys following along. Wendy's having fun making the reels, and she's like, I got to get CapCut to make these things better. So anyway, she's having fun with that and working on her social media skills. So there's a lot of good things going on here. So, but hey, today is day 10 of our 10-day series on closing that accountability gap. We talk about accountability a lot here, not just, you know, putting your accountability on someone else, but actually managing it yourself. So, yeah, Wendy says, I might fall right off the house after one nail pull. We'll see. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. Steve, welcome back to Maine. I know you're heading here, so that's great. Guys, you already know what to do, right? We've been talking about this stuff. Like, the question is, are you actually doing it? Okay. Speaking of accountability, I'll just ask you, are you doing the things? Because the gap between like what you know to do and what you're actually doing, that's the problem all along. Okay. Um, so Bob says Wendy, she might as well work on her real skills. She ain't putting in the links today. Tough crowd, Bob. Tough crowd. I'll let her respond to that. We've broken it down over the last 9 days, and now day 10 of clarity and cadence and scorecards and standards. Go wearing a t-shirt, right? Talk about the cost of inaction, those kinds of things. Environment. We talked about environment and how what that has to do with your habits and your accountability. And then just today, like just talking yesterday, talking about just real accountability, what it really is. So stacking the days too, we hit that. So it's not complicated, but it's not easy, right? Most people, like, you don't need another podcast to listen to, another idea, all that stuff. Just need to execute. Just execute. Like, you already know who you need to call. You already know what you need to fix. You already know where you've been inconsistent. We've talked about it. And you know for sure what you've been avoiding. You know. So closing the gap means what you say matches what you do consistently, not occasionally, not when you feel like it, every single day. All right. So let me ask you. Sometimes my outlines are too much. Let me ask you. Are you someone who talks about it, thinks about it, plans it, or someone who actually executes it? At some point, you got to start. I was reading in the Atomic Habits today about that, about, they did a study. What was it? Study of, they had a photography class, and one class was graded on how many photos they took. More is better. 500 photos is an A, 400 is a B, 300 is a C, and all along those lines. The other side of the class was graded on one photo, and it had to be perfect to get an A. And the study showed that actually the best photos came from the people that were trying to take the most, because they were just kind of taking and looking at things and reworking and failing forward, so to speak, and changing things. And the people that had to do one photo were just stuck talking about what the perfect photo would be, right? So action, okay? None of that paralysis by analysis. I'm sure I butchered that story, but you get the drift, okay? I like to let him talk about the fluff first so the links don't get lost in the sauce, Wendy says. Listen to her navigating. Talk about the fluff. Is that what this is fluff? Shoot. Yeah, be someone that executes. This is where it changes, guys. This is where it changes. It's not about doing more. It's about becoming someone who just follows through. It's as simple as that. Again, not sexy, right? That's identity. That's standards. And that's how it sticks. Okay? One question for you. One question for you. Think about if you get nothing else out of this today, what are you going to do today that you said you were going to do? That you said you were going to do. What are you going to do today that you said you were going to do? That's it. It's simple. And just go do that. Just go do that. And then do it again tomorrow and do it again the next day. You don't need more time. You don't need better conditions. The stars don't all need to align. You just need to execute. Just do the thing. Run the lap you're on. Do the reps. The gap does not close itself. You close it. You close the accountability gap. All right? Now go to work. Simple as that, guys. Go to work. I hope the last 10 days have been impactful. I'm going to open up a new series tomorrow, which is going to be exciting. Change it up a little bit. But I hope that from time to time you might take a minute and refer back to these, and say, hey, what was that thing that he was talking about on da 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 stacking days? I want to watch that one again. And take a look at these guys. And I'm not just out here listening to myself talk. I'm trying to actually deliver some value. Okay. Speaking of value, the Edge Live is up and running. We had a great call yesterday at 5. Bubba jumped in, and we had great conversation with the crew. We talked about standards over feelings, and I actually shared my standards, and I actually shared my core values, and I shared my non-negotiables. And a couple of those are posted inside our Edge Live group. The stuff that I've been working on hard in the background, I'm sharing with you guys in the group, in the community. Okay, so yet another reason to join. Okay, little behind the scenes look at what we're doing to work on us here in the Turner household. But if you've been following along with the series and you're realizing something like I said, like you already know what to do, the question becomes, why aren't you actually doing it? Okay, that is why we have the Edge Live. Okay, it's not just more content. All right, it's a place where you can execute. It's where we're going to hold your feet to the fire, hold you accountable in a nice way. And it's a place where you can actually turn what you say into action, because we're going to check in with you on it. We're going to focus on, what are you working on? What are your numbers? Did you follow through? Did you follow up? Right? And if not, what needs to change? Nobody gets there alone, guys. Nobody gets there alone. It takes a team, right? And you need to have people on your team. That's your community, your coaching group, whatever it is for you, okay? Ask yourself what needs to change. And if you're serious about closing that gap and not having another year after year after year that was just like last year and the year before, think about it and join us in the Edge Live, okay? Where we're actually doing it. We're actually working on it. 3 calls a month, 1 personal, 1 business, 1 open office hours. Okay, so come join us inside the Edge. Wendy's put the link in there. And the first 25 will become part of our founders circle. And we'll be kicking that off here in a few weeks, where we just honor the people that took a shot on the group and deliver just a little bit more value. Okay, so anyway, if you want to leave a Google review, hit the link. I would love for you to do that. If you'd like to share it out, would love that as well. So guys, if you're, I don't get paid for this. We don't have sponsors. The way you can help, if you're feeling so inspired to do so or so inclined to do so, is just do a Google review or subscribe on the YouTube channel, jump in our Facebook group. If you're not in the Summit Facebook group, there's 2,100 other people in there. So, and Bubba, now you can relax. The links are up. Wendy's like, my work here is done. So anyway, guys, we're going to boogie. We got work to do. I'm going to go up to, they laugh at us now at the, it's called Richardson's Hardware. And it's a full-blown lumber store. They got everything. I mean, it's literally almost a Home Depot. And we should put their link in too. But we walk in every day and they're like, hey, guys, What do you need today? And then the guy jokingly says on the way out the door, see you tomorrow. One day I was back in 10 minutes. I'm like, sorry, man. It's not really a project if you don't have a few trips to the store, is it? Yeah. Founders Club receive an invite to the housewarming party late in the summer. Don't put the pressure on me, Bubba. I'm trying not to have a timeline on this remodel. So, yeah. But yeah, we end up. I told him when we showed up, I said we're probably going to spend a bunch of money here in the next few months, but I'd rather spend it locally. So, like, I'll price. We'll redo the deck. I priced the materials at Home Depot just to see, roughly what it was. But we want to do business there with those guys. So, they're just good dudes, and they're providing something locally that everybody needs. So, anyway, guys, think about who might need more from you today. Reach out. Okay. That's that person you've been thinking about calling. Give a call. You get time in the vehicle, turn the radio off, put on a podcast, listen to an audiobook, or call somebody back, follow up with somebody, do something that moves the needle. All right. Guys, I love you. I appreciate you. And I hope you have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you real soon. Take care. See you tomorrow.